Stay tuned for scenes from the next all-new episode of Buffy.
Buffy's transported back in time to the 11th century and is inhabiting the body of one of her ancestors, one Victoria Santini di Parma, where she's tasked with performing the Shadow Inquisition to fight the forces of darkness. Will Buffy be able to slay these vampires? Find out in the upcoming episode. There is a interesting thing going on in this game. It took me a while to realize that this is a map that represents the hidden world, quote unquote. The real world is still an existence of like 1230. So there is like mortal kings. This is just not representing those mortal kings at this point. It's the hidden secret world of vampire hunters and demons and all that. She's a woman of towering intellect and intense love of God. Victoria is the informal leader of the Red Order, research of the Shadow Inquisition. She possesses an uncanny sense of when to bend the rules and when to play precisely by the orthodox letter. As Victoria uncovers more and more of the supernatural corruption in the church, she finds that the task will be even more complex than anticipated. This is us, our lovely self, Victoria. We have some lifestyle changes. I don't really know which one to go down. There's 2 new lifestyle trees that do certain things. They don't really give good descriptions on what each one of them does, but it probably does something interesting. Also, it takes 9 experience every month, so maybe it would be good just to go down a normal tree to get, say, like some extra piety, because I imagine piety is going to play a role in this game. Progenitors of the Shadow Inquisition. If you want to make the lasting success organization, you will need this complete support. So we need 1,000 gold. We need to have Romagna as a kingdom, and we need to kill Camilla and Fabrizio. Now, let's see how old these dickheads are. Duke Camilla, who lives in Latium, he is 1,600 years old, and then we've got this other Fabrizio, who is 880 years old. Pope Vampire. This kind of makes me want to know what's the oldest motherfucker in this game right now. Whoa. Emperor Charon, the Ferryman. He's 15,000 years old. And then we have Count Methia the First, friend of foes across the land, known as the First. He's a mummy, because we got mummies in this game. Duke Horus, another mummy. Our healthy little vampire person, or vampire hunter. Your story so far. You've been cursed. A powerful witch that you fought years ago was able to escape you, but before you used her foul magic. Since then, your body has been slowly withering away. Thankfully, a solution recently presented itself. Thanks for intelligence from the Akulidel. Surely your curse will end. We have a supernatural curse happening to us, which is gonna lower our health stats. How do we undo this curse now? The curse. Control Provence. We gotta keep things nice and following the teachings of Jesus. All right, so stake time, team. You have finally tracked down a fiend to his lair. There has been no mistake, as the poor people of the surrounding area have been clearly lost the love of God, Jesus. They are paranoid, soulless husks, afraid of coming out at night, and even the church lies barren. You are a small entourage, are clearly the only hope of the place. Soldiers of God, we must storm the castle. The Lord has certainly guided you to the lair of the evil, but he has destroyed is left in your, apprehension. All right, what's the one that will give us the best? We're gonna kill him. That's a 45% chance. Soldiers of God, 48% chance. Have something about a particular demon in my book. Whack. Dude, we get killed? Oh no, our first time out, we just get absolutely dunked on? Damn. I feel like our previous character, we kind of died a little too quickly with her. So I think we're gonna reset real quick. That means we can do the cure. We lose supernatural. You are still strong, but damnable curse is still concerns. Purge and end the witch. Okay. Cool. So that's over. I wonder if we'll get an event or something. No. Do you think we could have a feast and invite a vampire to our feast and kill them at the feast? Because that would be My favorite ploy, if we could do that. Guest of honor is looks like only mortals and hunts people will come to these events. No vampires are allowed. Boo hoo. 11 months away from potentially getting one of our first vampires killed. Hopefully this time it will go much more successfully. 44% chance we succeed, 36% chance to draw, 19% chance it's a loss. So let's see if we lose another one. You were even happier to learn that the peculiar attachment to still living mortal family, as these creatures could still feel mortal emotions. Great. So we kill him. If you have the true faith lifestyle, you'll get some faith life experience. Killing him ends the scheme. Cool. So now Latium has been split. We get some more renown as a family, which is great. There's more. That's one person checked off of our list to, what does it say? Consolidate the red order. That's going to be to take get 100 or 1,000 gold. So now let's go take on our next dickhead. Do we want to claim on all of Sardinia? That would be the worst. Adding Sardinia to our lands? Yes, all of Sardinia. I also like the vampire hunting. It just like takes time to actually find their lairs, and it's like a little bit more role play that way. That seems really fun. The other grab I have is just, it's so hard. There's just nobody at court. We just have absolute crap court people. But at least they're hunters and they're having babies. I'm interested in seeing when, like, what's the reasoning that's stopping them from attacking us? Is there like something in our faith that's preventing all these vampires from killing us? Penance on them so that they're bad at their job? I'll kill the fiend myself or have particular information on this demon. Whichever is the one that isn't likely for us to just die has been slain. We will slay them. What we need to do is collect money and held by someone in the Inquisition. Hold all of Romagna. Just keep finding all these lever secrets that don't give us anything. They're just information that vampires are hooking up with each other. Good stuff. Glad to hear it. All right, we're in a bit of debt. That can be fixed really quickly here. I like the method of how you get kids in this game. It's kind of fun. Just like you go and scout out new people to get them all trained up to fight vampires on your behalf. I think these are the only two spots we really need filled. But somebody invited me to a hunt. Is that real? So far, vampire hunting's been pretty easy. Once we got over our initial hurdles, we've been having an easier time. Especially being able to mass convert, that's actually super key. You could almost do a world conquest super easy this way. Just every new land that you take. I think the hardest thing is, can we do kingdom invasions, or is that not allowed? No, we still have to be a paragon of virtue. So Latium is next on the chopping block. They have a decently sized army, but we are going to be better than them. We're starting to make a little bit more cash. Across the river bonus too? Are you mad? Absolutely. Maybe we'll get another vampire. Hell yeah. Or no. It's just cool. Enforce. We now have stewardship and development growth plus 10%. What other modifiers does the Inquisition have? I think that's the only one we have now. Another available thing. Should we do every new Inquisitor will be better Blades Master or Hunter? Or should we do mostly fair? Mostly fair seems like a better deal because hunts and feasts. Oh, it's only hunts and feasts, not pilgrimages. I don't really care about the other two, I guess. Another vampire, another good day of work. Hell yeah. Pride is a sin, but you must admit it is flawless assault and expertly exceeded brave knights that the god is under your command. Despite the numerous thralls, Do we get our necklace or no? Her necklace probably passes down to her heir. Most unfortunate. But now we at least get Wrath of God. At least we have 3,000 troops. I'm almost half interested in invading Byzantine Kingdom. Especially they're making 8 gold. That's a decent amount of gold. And we can also use them to take the decision to search for some Greek fire that would burn, make it easier to burn the heretics, except for we don't have Scholar. Should we use the Wrath of God on our enemy? 25% chance to blow their heads off with Jesus powers. We don't got much else going on. We're just trying to make money, and this is one way to lose money. We can call our house members in. And I think if we just go and attack his capital, maybe we'll get lucky and stack him. Damn, son. Do we wait? Oh, or when you're fighting their lairs and you fight the army that they are in, does it automatically jump to this thing? I say we roll the bones. Let's destroy the assets of the isolate the fiend first. You are fired. Got him. Got his ass. Sent his ass to the afterlife. Boom. Who is the Emperor of the Seas now? Nobody of import. Somebody that doesn't matter. All right. All right. Our Red Order is becoming bigger. We need more cash. Just like the normal Roman Empire, I need tons more cash. Maybe it would be worthwhile converting some of these lands. The Order sends one of its best to help you. You will reinvigorate the Inquisition and by one step closer towards unifying it. Knowledge is power. Guard it well. The Red Order has complicated history with the Inquisition. Its pursuit of knowledge is invaluable and it counters the secret nature of the minions of hell, but it has also put Order members into dangerous positions where corruption and forbidden tomes lurk at every corner. Inquisition faith gains careful guardian, learning, devotion, fame. Great. The most elite recruit of the Red Order has joined your court. This is the most elite? Huh, sure. It's a roleplay game as a ruler. Yeah. Kevin tries to mid-max a roleplay game. that just goes to show what I'm up to. Wait, you just had to hold on to that gold? Yeah, this decision doesn't cost anything. They just need you to see none or not poor. It's just a credit check. It's just 100% a credit check. So let's look at the other groups and what they need us to do. Grand Court, so we need to kill these 2 people. Sisters of the Saint, we take over England. We're almost kind of own all of Thessalonica. And then the kingdom must be held by someone of the Shadow Inquisition. Well, he owns it, but he just isn't rich enough to do it. Is that the issue here? So if I send him 500 gold, do you think he would become king? Let's try it out. Let's send him. Well, that's how you waste. This is 500 gold right there. God damn it, do it. Do it, coward. Well, that was a waste of cash, but it was also worth the science. All right, we'll probably take this one decision to form, to petition for a Shadow Crusade. Petition the head of the Shadow Inquisition to invoke Shadow Crusade. For the cost of massive amount of piety, the Great Holy War will be unlocked. So, what does that mean? Oh shit, we are calling crusades. I was not ready for this. I should not have clicked that button. Jerusalem, of course. Where else would we crusade for it? We just don't have as good of marshal as them. How do we not have a better marshal than me? Advantage, probably because he's got way better marshal, but also he's got way better dickheads in general. Damn it. Well, that's fine. If this war ends, the war ends. How many vampires? I think we killed this decent amount. 10 vampires in one session. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Hope your day's getting off to a good start. We're just getting going over here on the West Coast. You can get Greek Fire. I think we can almost get Greek Fire. I think what we're missing out on is being scholarly. That was the one thing we were missing. And then we can, if we're scholarly, we can do the search the city for formula requires 12 intrigue. I think our intrigue has gone down for one reason or another. If I was a vampire and I looked like this, I would immediately be like, no, I'm good. We're not gonna do this one. I'm not gonna live for 2,000 years looking like this. That's a tough beat. Like, look at this vampire. Like, what a raw deal. Like, this vampire compared to the other vampire, pretty good looking. This vampire, on the other hand, crusades are awful. Almost always loses, even in vanilla. Yeah, I know that that's probably not top priority. I'd almost wish they would make it like a series, like kind of like a tournament. Like maybe have a short-term fix where they kind of make it like a tournament where you go and you do certain commanders on each side increase the rolls of certain things happening, rather than what it is right now where it's just a bunch of death stacks walking around. I'd almost prefer a game mechanic where it's based on stats and luck, rather than me wasting 30 years of my in-game time to make something happen. We're gonna go and try to use the vanilla mechanic and see if it works. I think it should work, where you conquer land outside of the main de jure territory. So if you get that land added in, it should be added into the final war goal. So if we take these two counties, every county that we take in addition to the main ones will be added into the war goal. The funny thing about always like these kind of like pieces of media where they're like, there's this shadow organization behind a larger organization. Do you know how hard it is to keep an organization like this quiet for this many years? There's no way that we wouldn't immediately know about vampires. Unless they have like some weird ability where they can wipe your mind and do that kind of stuff. Like, I feel like vampires, especially in the modern era, like not in the modern era, the pre-industrial era and Middle Ages, I feel like it can get away with it. But as soon as they have mass communications like the telegram and phones and stuff like that, the word's out. There's no way. There's no way that nobody's like, oh no, what's this creature doing? It's a vampire. Cool. Alrighty, this should pop soon. We have a shit ton of land to get out, but before that happens, we should mass convert it all. The Red Order is slowly but surely eking out a living. Sick. Ever since we took the Soldiers of God option, it seems like we're going to have a 100% chance not dying, which is great, because now the Red Empress is dead. Die, fiend. I think the main thing I see as the problem going forward for us is just having the ability to attack people. It's kind of we can lay on hands this guy. I can treat this vampire's depression. Though you are my enemy, you don't have to be depressed. I will heal you, my child, of your depression. It's necessary evil that the secret police... Oh, there's secret police? Ugh. I don't like that. Alright, well, that's fine. Have been entrusted with an ungrateful task of watching the hunters, composed of utterly paranoid madmen. If the other inquisitors are to be trusted, they will still uncover many nests of corruption inside the Holy Church. Despite the constant pressures, just disbanding the order is still there. Has quite purged its extremist members. Recently, they have earned a begrudging respect of the others. Eyes are now turned against the minions of evil. Cool. So now we get this dickhead, who's also a genius. He's immortal, though. Can we marry him off? Ooh, here comes the Count Itrius, the first among equals. Is this like the Habsburg? Kind of looks like a Habsburg vampire. Oh, he's hard to kill too. Nope, just kidding. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Vampire. 20 vampires. 20 vampires out of 20. On the hunt. This boy with his goofy little hat. We don't have 10,000 stuff. But we can buy... So I can buy the claim of East Francia. How much is that shit? Excuse me. Claim 5,000. In our encounters with servants of Satan of the blood-drinking kind, fire has proven to be the greatest weakness. It wasn't long since the Romans ruled the seas with terrifying fire weapon. It is a secret that has been lost. Kingdom Cyprus and Kingdom of Thessalonica. I think those are the two we can probably control most earnestly. We could also try to secure the Mediterranean by doing a couple battles here and there. Person is armed with an experimental contraption that is capable of ejecting... Oh, wow, that is actually kind of sick. Can I equip myself with that or no? I can only give certain people. If I give my daughter a fire spewer. So her prowess is at 46 now because we gave her a flamethrower. I hate to do this, but these guys don't seem willing to create the Kingdom of Cyprus. So we're going to have to fight Inquisition on Inquisition. All right, we're one step closer here. Once we do this, we have the Knights of Acre. I keep going back and forth on how that is pronounced. I think it's Acre. She died of old age, and a zealous woman, she fought for the glory of God against the heathens, once great holy war of recent history. Ritrix Andrea ascends to the throne as a formidable duelist and may expect her excel in the tournaments at personal combat. Okay, great. We're above our vassal limit. And I would love to get another feline companion. That's 2 cats in a row, baby. The oldest foe of the Purge, the Constantinople, has forged the sword of God into the new deadlier weapon. But I also want more precise and subtle when needed to ensure the Inquisition never faces internal troubles from them again. One step closer to unifying them. The most elite will send that. This guy joins our thing. Cool. So that means now we just need 2 of these to make it happen. Because usually it doesn't give us anything we want. Malaya represent a religious community of Nogele Rotru. While emerging through modest archives, we have come across a very peculiar book. Bonnet! It's very random. It's always very random. Like I've been preaching for the longest time. I wish it was they'd give you 6 random options, and then from those 6 you get to choose which ones you want, instead of just 3 randomly given to you. Because as a king or queen or whatever, you should be allowed to like make decisions on your own self, you know. We did a time lapse of this this mod. We released it this morning. It was from 12:30 to 20:30 to see how well the vampires do in expanding their control over the world. When we get like 3 hours in, Kevin like brains really starts to cook. I feel like this is the time where we probably should use our standing desk. Unfortunately, it's not quite a standing desk because it's kind of broken. I can smell the evil on you. This is the power of the strong leadership of figures like Otto and Leopold von Murnau, I'm probably saying that incorrectly, really have made them such staunch allies of the Holy See. Despite this, they've taken some time to have the full extent of the prolific von Murnau family on board. Now we secure German holdings that are to play their part in the Shadow War with even more zealous. I don't know if that should be counting as a murder. I think killing vampires is the whole like shebang. Like there's no need to, like this guy shouldn't be known as a murderer because he killed a vampire. Like, oh no, we're vampire hunters. This guy dared to kill vampires. Isn't that just despicable? What is the crusade for? Don't tell me it's for something stupid. It's for England. That is definitely something stupid. Well, actually, now that I think about this, what does the specific verbiage say? Found a new empire. It says support this. England must be held by someone of the Shadow Inquisition. My warriors are ready to fight. All right, so to win this, we just need to get all the troops. Or get all the land conquered. Simple as that. That's not going to go poorly. Not going to go poorly at all. Absolutely just crushed our army. Damn. As expected. How bad did that go for us? It's because they have so many knights. Now they have 136 knights. Nothing like a change of power during a major conflict like this. Of course, the AI has decided, yeah, let's leave this battle so that our poor allies get stomped. At this point, it seems like the only way we're going to win this is if we siege down all of England. That's probably our best method of being successful at this point. Winnable. Yeah, but I think it would just be better to wait until 22 months and then we can just invade a holy war and just do it that way. Ooh, at least we got a 6 sword from it. Is it because it's maxed now? Yeah, it's maxed out at 150. If they take this one slot left, they'll get it done. God, this is never going to come to an end. I don't know why I rejoined this war. I should have just this is hijacked the campaign. It looks like they're winning battles though. Maybe. Nope, still no. Because like even if we like battle losses are at minus 300. So even if we keep winning like every battle, it's never gonna be enough. Yeah, I think what would have really fixed the situation is that if they didn't put a cap on being able to siege things down. That thing, feels like that's a disaster waiting to happen. Like, why is that a thing? Like, what? Oh, it's at 100%. It's at 100%. End this. For a second, I thought it had not been ended. All right, supports from the Sisters of St. John. Great. Hopefully we can just capture him in 1 or 2 battles and then there won't be that much more. You hate to have a red order on red order civil war again, but that's what's necessary in these dark days. It's about 7 hours, you know? That's kind of the difference. All right, enforced. I'll take my lands back. Thank you so much. Thank you for playing. What are you trying to take from us? Sure, you can have that. I don't care. The shadow of the Inquisition is ready to be reborn as one. Finally, the army's light is ready to finish the fight against darkness. You get the Shadow Inquisition. You get named the Light Bearer, the Chosen Light for 100 years. We get 1,000 this and 1 Splendor. Cool. Does that give us like cool CBs or anything like that, or no? Probably not. Go ahead and grant this person France. Shadow Inquisition, kind of hard to reinstate, but unfortunately, there's not anything bonus-wise. You just get the Emperorship, and you get a couple bonus things to your family for like a decent amount of time. Levy stuff, some other things, but you don't get any access to any of the other perks, unfortunately. You're just doing the same old. And you don't get any like turn back the tide Crusader claims. Like that would have been sick if you once you unify the Shadow Inquisition, you would be able to start getting some crazy CBs against people. Can we reflect upon? It's interesting that the whole time we were doing this, we never really were attacked by vampires or demons or anybody like that. We were never really set upon for whatever reason. Even by the time we got this big, people were not doing that. I'm interested in playing as a vampire now. It'd be interesting to see how their playthroughs, and then maybe werewolf and mummies and how their stuff is. But for now, I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you again for everybody who's watched this. We'll probably be back on Saturday playing something else within CK3 or maybe some KOTC just to mess around and see what's up. So yeah, talk to y'all later. Ciao.